drummer, rapper, composer, musician. What do I say? The man, the myth, the legend, Suresh Peters. Welcome to Radio Mango.
Thank you so much.
It's an honor to talk to you. And I should say, on behalf of all Malayalis and especially the 90s kids, thank you so much for the amazing music you have given us.
Thank you so much.
And I should ask you this first. When we give this much hype, and I feel like you're a happy-go-lucky person, you don't, தலையில ஏத்துக்க மாட்டீங்க அந்த மாதிரி ஒரு person you are. Do you actually realize how sensational your music has been in Kerala?
I'm thankful and I have some kind of an idea, but I've never related myself to the fame part of it. I've always kind of like, some fame is so fleeting, ஒரு நாள் மேலே ஏறும் ஒரு நாள் கீழே இறங்கும் and அதில் attachment I don't want to keep. So it's like, let life take its own way.
Okay, so on that way, നമുക്ക് ഇനി വരാനുള്ളത് one of your biggest albums or the best albums, Ravanaprabhu re-release is coming.
Yeah.
I don't think you know the excitement level. It's going to be a theatre concert.
Wow.
I'm telling you this because we have recently had releases for Devadudan and one more is Chota Mumbai, both Mohanlal movies, and literally they were theatre concerts.
Okay.
And Ravanaprabhu, we get mass, we get dialogues, we get romance, and this music album. So are you planning to watch it in Kerala?
Of course. And it's going to be done in Dolby Atmos.
Yeah.
For sure.
So when this re-releases happen, do you get called back? Do you have some work in the background to be done? Or is it just
No. I've finished my work.
long back?
Yeah.
Nothing is there to be done.
No, it's a mix that they need to do. It's more to do with the theatre.
ഇപ്പോൾ രാവണപ്രഭുവിലെ പാട്ട് തന്നെ there might be other songs which are hit. Let me keep aside the melodious ones. I talk about Thakilu, and then we come to Punjabi House. It's then Udicha Chandirante. ഈ പാട്ടുകൾ they're still trending. I'm talking about reels, I'm talking about wedding dances, I'm talking about anywhere you dance together, it happens. And I'm not exaggerating. Do you see how much these songs are still loud? Do you realize?
Yes. I get almost every other day, I get some reel from people. Like yesterday I got something, someone sent me a band, this wedding group that they were playing Osalama Ilesa. And I was like, how did they do this? And that whole crowd dancing over there. If I want to experience something, I'd love to do a concert here and experience that for myself.
Please do.
Yes, I'd love to do that.
Do a Malayalam concert.
Yes,
for us.
a Malayalam concert. Yeah.
Musician, composer, rapper, singer, drummer first, right? Which is the closest to your heart?
Now I would say it's composition that takes me. I mean, I kind of like, because it gives me scope into doing everything, not just drums, not just programming, able to conceive a certain idea, able to make sense of a situation. So it's more than just being a drummer for a song. Adukku badala you're like able to do a lot more, and yeah, I love that.
So your first Malayalam album was Punjabi House. അതിലെ സോനാരെ സോനാരെ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന പാട്ടിൽ ഒരു ലൈൻ ഉണ്ട്. ഞാനിപ്പോൾ കേട്ടപ്പോൾ എനിക്ക് പെട്ടെന്ന് സ്ട്രൈക്ക് ചെയ്തതാ. അറിയാതെ കഥ മാറുമോ, അങ്ങനെ ഒരു ഇതുണ്ട്. ഐ ഹോപ്പ് യു അണ്ടർസ്റ്റാൻഡ്. അറിയാതെ തെരിയാമലെ നറേറ്റീവ് ചേഞ്ചസ് എന്നുള്ള പോലെ ഫോർ യു ഇറ്റ് വർക്ക്ഡ് ഔട്ട് ഇൻ റിയൽ ലൈഫ് ഓൾസോ അല്ലേ? കമ്പോസർ എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു ബിഗ് ബ്രേക്ക് വന്നത് പഞ്ചാബി ഹൗസിൽ കൂടിയാണ്. How did that happen? Because was that because of your album Minnal?
Minnal was the reason why Rafi Mekatan recognized me. And Minnal was also the reason why they gave me the liberty to do music the way I wanted to. Ilana, I wouldn't have got that opportunity. And I was also very clear that I can't do anything other than my own influences. And if I can get a way to represent it, then I'll be happier. And they gave me that freedom.
I am not sure if many Malayalis know, but Punjabi House-le oru paattu Minnal album ennallathu reuse cheyda tune aanu alle. Were you okay with that actually?
Yes, why not? I mean, if your song can go cross boundaries, why not?
Enikkariyilla if it's too much to ask. Can we try mixing the languages? If you can sing in Tamil and I can try 2 lines in Malayalam.
Yeah, give me the lines.
Malayanna.
Mugilenna malayanna unninevu ennilidam sugam tarudho.
പൊലിയുന്ന ദീപങ്ങൾ ഇരളുന്ന തീരങ്ങൾ പൊൻപ്രഭാതമെവിടെ.
ശിലയെന്ന കലയെന്ന ഉന്നുറവും എന്നിൽ ആസയല്ലി തരുതോ.
തണൽ മരം തേടുന്ന കിളിയുടെ സങ്കടം അറിയുന്ന കോടെവിടെ.
അൻപേ നീ എൻ ജീവൻ, അൻപേ നാനും ദേവൻ.
In In the current music scenario, is there somebody who you look up to or whom you're very impressed with? Music directors, aikote.
Right now, among the new lot, I like Anirudh for the fact that he is sonically sensitive and his songs are very well mixed, are very well produced. That's impressive because it shows the dedication of a composer to go through the length and to produce a song that like works. When you say produce a song, the song should sound the same whether you play it on your cell phone or whether you play it on your earphone or in the car system. That requires a lot of work. I know how much of work goes into that. So among the new composers, Anirudh is able to pull off a lot of stuff, whether it's Hindi or whether it's Tamil, and yeah, he's one of those guys who's really doing it well, right?
So collaborating traditional music and technology is something you've done way before, like 30 years back or something. So how do you see technology being used in music right now in the current scenario?
Even now, I would say go the hybrid route. You can use, say, for example, like a computer can give me a string section, right? But it's all too perfect.
Yeah.
When say 80 guys sit and play a certain song and they do a string section, there's a certain element of imperfection, and though it's 80 hearts together that comes into the song compared to this. So when you use it as hybrid, when you use certain parts of stuff where you want to use sounds from the computer, and when you use certain parts that comes from a live musician who's able to give you the kind of solos that you require very grammatically where you want the situation to lead, I would say use both. Don't take one minus the other. Of course, there are times when certain things may not require live musicians, especially when it comes to sound designing and advertising. We don't really use so much of live instrumentation over there compared to films, but we take a lot from advertising to feature films in terms of how we can deal with the sound that way.
So if I ask you, Suresh Peters' mood switch playlist, like whatever mood you are in, this song you listen to, your mood will instantly switch. Which are the 5 songs you'll add?
Especially into jazz instrumental when I want to like relax, because words take me to places. So jazz keeps me very grounded, and it's also very musical in terms of like any instrument because it's all live. There's hardly any technology used behind compared to like real raw talent. I go to Ilaiyaraaja sir and a lot of his compositions because it's still fresh for me. I still don't know how a man can think. I worked with him and I've seen him just go upstairs, write the entire score, come downstairs and give everybody their sheet, and everyone looks at it and plays it, and you suddenly have this beautiful composition. And when you look at the score sheet, you probably don't know how it's going to fit into the song. His music is something that I adore. Even now, Rahman's music is my go-to in terms of learning.
If I tell you to pick one from each of them and make a playlist of 5 songs, I know it's tough, but
Ilaiyaraaja sir, there are so many. I like I mentioned, Nila is still my top favorite. What a composition! I mean, the way it is being delivered and the guitar that plays into it. It's like, when you listen to a song, whole song like Hotel California, remember the guitar parts, right? That's what Nila is. Everybody sings the whole BGM. So that one, and Rahman's, of course, songs which probably not many people would go to that in terms of listening, but I still like songs from Trida Trida, Konjum Nilavu, or like Titi, which is technically really, really out there. So that one. Then, of course, in English, I go back to my old favorites, like even now, ABBA. It's like, when I listen to their music, it's like, how do they create it? It's like 80, 100 musicians who play on each song. Then, of course, Michael Jackson, because I've had a great influence on him, not just on his music, but technically. Till now, I still haven't heard an album which sounds as brilliant as Thriller. It's my go-to in terms of sound. So any song from that album. The last one, R D Burman. R D Burman is my major go-to in terms of when I want my Hindi classics. I remember going crazy over a song like Mehbooba and Sholay. I mean, how do they do it? Just one that it's like one Coke bottle and sounds from that and creating something as new as that. It's amazing. Yeah. And RD has got, like, I'm talking about a catalog. There are times when I go and listen to RD Burman where like just all his songs. Or like sometimes I just go into singers and listen to Kishore Kumar. Or of the new lot like Arijit Singh. Everyone's doing great stuff, yeah. Pritam is doing some great stuff. Shankar Ehsaan Lawyer doing some great stuff in Hindi. It's a pity that we are not able to hear a lot more because some great musicians have been sidelined because of no advertising. So not everyone out there is the best, and not everyone who's not out there is anything ordinary. So you have to keep your eyes and ears open to enjoy it. So at the end of the day, music is about enjoying it. It's not a nobody listens to music because it's got a commercial value to it. They listen to it because they feel good. That's about it.
Right now, the first criterion is it should be viral first, then people will listen.
Now, yeah, now, but I don't go by what's viral also, because I don't think I'm tied down by, oh, this song is good, let's listen to this. Yeah, maybe I'll give it a shot, but if it's a song that I have to listen to it over and over again, it has to make sense to me. If it doesn't make sense to me, it doesn't matter whether it's viral. It doesn't matter whether the whole world loves it. It has to make sense. And for me, it's the soul. Without the soul, there's no song.
Okay, from one of the icons you mentioned right now, R Rahman has been a huge part of your whole journey in music.
Yeah.
From all the time you have been together, what is one great lesson you took from him?
How to be silent.
Oh, you're talking about a musician to be and silence.
Because he really is peacefully silent.
Is it?
So I can never figure him out as to what he is, but my respect for him is huge because of less words. When you hear music that comes out from there, it sounds divine because the very person who's doing it has got something divine in him. That's how I look at it.
Do you like to play around with not actual words, like some gibberish kind of things, like right now which we heard, ram tam tarararam tam tarararam tam tarararam tam tam, or if we go to Pottugutari, we have chicka 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 cha chicka 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 cha chicka 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 cha chicka cha cha. Then in Sonare we have hassa pussa, hey.
Yeah.
Do you get a lot of happiness from not actual lyrics? This
Yeah, because it's very childlike.
ah.
It just making sounds which are like, which are percussive or melodic, which doesn't really require words to sing, because it doesn't require words to sing. I don't need a word for chiki 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 cha, chiki 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 cha. You write a lyric on it and see it goes away. You know what I mean? So it's some words are great as expressions, not lyrical, and they work great with songs. Yeah.
You've worked in like what, more than 10 languages right now?
Yeah.
And you're basically a Tamilian.
Yeah.
And how do you know, like, meaning in the depth, how do you know? Especially for the Malayalam songs.
No, the writers are there always.
But
Directors
then
there.
music director should have the vision, no? How
No, they once they explain it to you, and once you got the situation in your head, I think after that it's up to me to deliver and tell them what it is. So that's a process, and it doesn't come that easily, because there's a give and take. Sometimes they don't like what I do. Sometimes they're really happy with what I do. So it's a give and take. It's an experiment. You can't say like this is the only way. You work on it.
This could be anything, any kind of music or any kind of composition. But tell me, what's the most beautiful thing you've heard recently?
Shall I be very honest? I don't listen to so much of stuff now.
Why?
I do listen to music a lot, but I tend to be spending more time with creating music than listening to music. I'm listening to more sounds, like how we can create something with a new sound. And so when you say something beautiful, everything is like passing by. I love that song by Devi Shri Prasad suddenly came out with that Uvantavama. And it was like great sound, or like Anirudh coming out with something. What I'm missing right now, that I can tell you, I'm missing melodies right now. I'm missing the fact that, let's take Kerala. Kerala is a land of people who love melodies, and it's a land of beautiful melodies. So where has it gone? See, just because it's youth doesn't mean you're able to, there's a certain energy that goes with that age, but you must respect the fact that music is for 6 to 60, or like, to even more, I'm talking about. So you must be able to deliver to more people in the audience than just restrict it to one category of things. That's what I feel.
When you talk about melodies, one of your best melodies in Malayalam has to be Ariyade from Ravanaprabhu.
Ariyade and Therirangum.
Therirangum Mukile, yeah. And both of them, especially when Ravanaprabhu is re-releasing, the saddest part is that we miss P Jayachandran. We lost him very recently. Do you have a fond memory of him?
Oh yeah. I remember him after he finished, such a great person, after he finished singing Ariyade in the studio. That was the song Akasha Deepangal Sakshi. So he was just outside and we were playing this so that we could take a track for the next song for Yesudas ji. He heard it and he said, yeah, I'll sing the track for you. That requires humility. That's amazing humility. And he came and he sang it. Came and sang it and he left. And the best people are the most simplest people, yeah. I mean, I don't know. No attitude, no this. So that's why I say when I see people like them, they've done so much more than I haven't achieved. I think I'm in a world of advertising. Without advertising, they did all that. Like Yesudas ji. I remember that part of him. Also, his delivery also. I remember when he came inside the studio and we started the song, Ariyade. We worked on it for about 2 hours. Then suddenly felt like all of us, we said, like, I mean, it's not happening. We are not getting the depth of the song, because to capture a soul of the song is very different compared to just singing a song. So he said, okay, I'll do one thing. I'll come back after 10 days. You just know the soul is there. I mean, that requires, one is he's amazing. I don't think anybody I've seen who still has that timber. That thick voice with that delivery. Only Yesudas ji and MG Kumar, they can do that kind of. But I'm missing that. I'm missing the maturity in voices today. Somewhere where you can just tell them sing and you can sit and learn from them. A lot of singers today, I'm teaching them what to sing. And I want this and I want this. And those days it used to be much easier because they had their own style, their own delivery. Jayachandran topped the list in that.
Thenkasi Pattanam hits its 25th year this December. What is one first memory that comes to your mind about that movie?
Thenkasi Pattanam. Oh, the story changed.
Yeah, I've heard this. Multiple narratives they had, right?
Yeah, the story changed because the first story that I heard, it ended with a tragedy.
Oh.
Then we went through a lot of discussions and stuff like that. And the second script was what really sat in, because it was a comedy film. And to have a tragic ending to a comedy film, somehow the story works. I'm not saying it didn't work. We just thought, like, why not just leave it at the happy place? And that was the most vivid thing about Thenkasi Pattanam. And the story just kind of like moved.
And again, about the language barrier when we're talking about it. Malayalam ottum easy alla. Malayalam pronounce easy alla, paadan easy alla. And in Thenkasi Pattanam, you took that rap portion, which is the toughest thing you could have done. Why did you choose to sing that portion?
It just came easy. That part came easy, that's all.
No, I don't think
yeah,
so.
it came, that's all. I really didn't suffer through. See, I don't think people have really given me opportunities in Malayalam to sing. Okay, there is already this thing like, okay, நீங்க பாடினா தமிழ் மாதிரி இருக்கு.
Oh, yeah.
So I never took it more seriously. So anytime they used to ask me to sing also, I used to tell them, like, listen, why don't we get the accent right? I don't want to go out of the way and sound like, suddenly they turn and say, okay, this sounds a little bit like Tamil. No, I'm doing a Malayalam film. And I want a Malayalam voice. I want a Malayalam accent. I want it real. So that's one of the reasons why I didn't get into it. But I've always felt like maybe I should have sung more in Malayalam.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If you could have rapped in Malayalam, then anything you could have done.
Oh, rapping is not the same as singing.
Okay.
Rapping is like, it's like saying Mirdangam and Veena are the same.
Yeah.
One is the melodic, one is the percussive.
You've been always told as the pioneer of rap in Tamil. Like 30 years later, how do you think the rap genre has developed in India?
It's fully developed. No matter where in India going to. It's Gully here. Gully Boys is from there. And it's a different way to express yourself. Most people think rapping is all about like just coming there and bleating out like konokol. No, there's a lot of stuff you can write on rap, which is, the very essence of rap is that it's slave music. It comes from the blacks. It comes from that. And also, it is a kind of music that was there in India called konokol.
Okay.
So you can never remove, you can never say, okay, it came from there. But lyrically, it came from the blacks. So that is what I would call as like the real essence of rapping. And like if you even hear Gully Boy, you can hear there's so much of meaning they make in the song. So yeah, today it's everywhere, because rap has become a proper form of music today. It wasn't before, it was only added. Today rap has become a form of music itself. Yeah.
One thing about what you said earlier, Ariyade, you said he came back after 10 days and it changed. The soul of the song changed. Did you ask him what happened in the 10 days?
No.
What do you think changed?
I think each of us, each musician, when they take up something to do, it's their very personal thing. How they practice, how they rehearse it, how they want to deliver it. Like I told you, those days musicians and singers were such that we could expect something from them. Although we've given them whatever we require, there was one extra element they give. Like Chitra Chechi, no matter what I give her, or Sujata, no matter what I give them, they'll give me something extra along with it, which I never thought of. That's the way these older singers did, which is pretty different today. Though we have great singers even now, I'm not saying. Like someone like an Arijit is what I would compare. I won't compare. That's a wrong word. But I'm saying the kind of vocabulary he has is so vast. You can ask him to sing any style of music. That I found only with people like Kishore Kumar. You put Kishore Kumar on any style and he works. He just works. So that is what I would actively look at and what I actively search also when I work.
Like you told about Anirudh. Similarly, in Kerala, is there a musician you look up to?
I haven't heard too much, but I like the music of Sushin. Pretty cool, great attitude. In fact, I loved it because Malayalam came into a new kind of a genre. Who did Avisham?
Sushin.
I mean, I like the score itself. It's not just the music alone. I think the whole score was really like up tempo and right out there. The problem with today's songs is that we are all used to the hook.
Mm.
So it's like when you're talking about like the older songs, you've given yourself time to hear it.
Mm.
Today you're not giving yourself time to hear the song, so it's not the composer's fault. It's that you're in a hurry.
Mm.
But songs are not supposed to be heard in a hurry. And also today's saturation, one thing comes, second thing comes, third thing, and OTT has brought all languages together. It's a difficult choice today, having so much of choice.
So I was saying, Malayalis ellavarum have danced to your songs and we still do. അത് ഞാൻ എക്സാജറേറ്റ് ചെയ്ത് പറയുന്നതേ അല്ല. Do you dance to your own songs?
Yeah.
You do? What?
100%. I have to feel it. Whether it's singing or whether it's an emotional song or whether it's happiness, I have to feel it. If I don't feel it, it is not worth sending it out. It is absolutely not. If Therirangum Mukile was a song where we had to cry,
Mm.
so it wasn't easy to make someone cry.
Yeah.
It literally takes a lot of time to get into that emotion and you have to feel the whole thing yourself. That's for sure.
So you cried in the studio?
Yeah, many times.
Okay, so for Ravanaprabhu re-release, we are expecting Suresh Peters dancing in some theatres.
Really?
Yeah. Because everybody is going to dance and we want you in the crowd dancing.
Okay. Maybe I'll join, sure.
Cool. So I think this is a tough one, but out of all the Malayalam songs you have made, pick one favorite.
Ariyade.
Oh, so this was not a tough choice. Why?
It involved heart and soul to create the song and mind. I know I've put that effort into that song. And I know all my musicians did that because that's the longest I took for a song. I took 3.5 months.
For that song?
Yeah, just that song.
How so? I mean,
Because every part of that song is live. There's no computer in it.
oh.
That's me drumming on the song. Literally, like, when you want to go live instrumentation but keep your metronome that perfect. There's no this way, that way. That bang on takes a long time.
3.5 months.
3.5 months.
All the other songs were done earlier.
Yeah, much earlier. Because this took time because it was just 5 instruments. To make sense out of 5 instruments and not touch the keyboard was the thing. I remember when I had done Ravanaprabhu, the first scratch of it,
Mm-hmm.
I recorded it and Girish Puttanjali came back and he said, yeah, the song is done, it's done. I said, no, sir, the song is not done. This is the scratch version. So he said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm not going to do anything of this. He said, what are you going to do? I said, I'm going to remove everything and do everything live. And he was like, but the song is sounding good. Why do you want to do this? But they didn't get the point at that time. The reason why a song stays is because the soul gets into it. So it's not just the singer's soul. When you hear the Veena, Devi playing Veena, I mean, it's so precise and so correct along with the flute and that miridangam which goes into like, that in drumming we call it like forward playing and reverse playing, it's like forward and reverse, those kind of stuff that we actually worked on it like it was some education for us.
Oh.
All of us.
Mm-hmm.
Man, to get a drum sound. How many places give you a great drum sound? I just wanted a kick sound with this thing. That took a lot of time to get. It's not. Sometimes it's just some of the simplest songs are the toughest to make. Like Puttu Kuttadi that you're talking about, we finished in about 4 days, 4-5 days.
Oh.
Because we're very clear about there was not much of thought process. Let's bring in something because I already had a clear idea. This is what I want. Or Thakilu, which had one element of like, one Arabic influence in it. So in Ariyade, I did not have anything. So it was like, how are we going to arrange this song? If we arrange a song just with the mirdangam, then it becomes like any other song. So it was, I would call that song a fusion between a proper Western music band arrangement along with a proper classical kind of a background. If you listen to that song now, you'll realize only there are 5 instruments. That's it. How to make music out of 5 instruments and give it that width. It's not about 5 instruments playing. It should sound that big. It should sound like a theatre sound. That takes time. Yeah, that's one of the toughest ones. That's why it comes very easily. Yeah, Ariyade.
Do you still make music or you just teach?
There's not a single day I don't make music. There's not a single day. Whether I'm working or I'm not working, I'm consistently, even if I just can get a melody line, if I'm going in the car, at the airport, anything, I'll keep recording it. Or if I get a groove or some hook. And it's not because, I'll use it at some job or something. It's just a habit now to make music. It's a lifestyle.
I'm sure you'd have heard this question multiple times, but I'll still ask, when are you coming back to Malayalam cinema, Malayalam music?
That day they gave me a nice script and a nice this thing. Of course, I'll do Malayalam music. But more than that, I'll tell you something. I would love to do Malayalam concerts.
Yeah,
There are
please.
so many movies of mine, and I want to bring these singers. I want to give it back to the Malayalam audience who have given so much of love to me. I'd love to do a concert. Let films also wait. If films, yeah, great. I'd like to do new music, but I'd like to perform more than that.
I'd love to see that also.
Hopefully, AI is very powerful. It's extremely powerful. There was a time when I thought AI is not able to give the soul, but unfortunately, I take back my word because very recently I created a song on AI for my own self and I had tears. So I think the future has got a lot to do with prompting. And prompting will work best if you actually are a good musician.
Correct.
It's not like, I mean, you can also go and say like, okay, AI, create this song and it'll give you, and that's not going to make you a music director. Prompting is the way to go in the future because computing can kind of like understand you really well. That is going to be the future. There's no doubt about it. That is going to be the future. But if you want to be a great prompt engineer, be a great musician because it also even if you're prompting, you should know what you want and which instrument you want and at what point you want the music to change, and because it's listening to everything, it's like a genie. So what do you want? So if you just say I want a song for my birthday, it'll just give you one song, but it's not composed by you. You can still make AI a part of your composition by prompting the right thing to it. That will be the future anyway, for sure.
Can we wind up with any of your songs? I think we'll go to the melodies.
അറിയാതെ അറിയാതെ ഈ പവിഴവ തിങ്കളറിയാതെ ഇതുരമര ഗന്ധർവയാമം ഇതുരനഗ സംഗീത സല്ലാപം അലനൊരിയുമാഷാട്ട തീരും അതിലമൃദു പെയ്യും ഈ ഏഴാം യാമം അറിയാതെ അറിയാതെ ഈ പവിഴവ തിങ്കളറിയാതെ.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining us on Radio Mango. It's been an
Thank you
honor.
so much. Thank you so much.